Alrighty, so I have no idea what the name of this video is going to be, but I made this video to help a person who is gold to be able to flick, basically. Because when you play 1v1, there's not many ways that you can score. In 1v1, obviously you're not going to be able to do like an air dribble, flip reset, musty, obviously, obviously nobody's expecting that. Anyone who would do that in gold. But yeah, the ways that you score in gold generally, from what I remember playing in gold, and what I've seen as well from watching people as well who are in gold play, is a lot of the times you score just from waiting for your opponent to mess up, because they will mess up. They're probably just going to hit the ball away, shoot a bad shot, and then just be out of the play, and you'll be able to score a free goal. That's like the main first way I'd say really to score in 1v1, and that happens at all levels as well. It's not just gold, like that happens in Diamond, Champ, I'm sure it happens in Grand Champ and SSL as well, even in Pro level. Is like eventually, if you're playing defense, eventually your opponent's gonna mess up, and they will actually leave a goal that you can score. I guess it's like it depends. I mean, in SSL, obviously, it's like the mistake that your opponent is making is much like a smaller mistake to capitalize on than it is in gold. In gold, your opponent will probably hit the ball and then just like fully leave the ball, and you can probably just score it a lot of the times, right? But anyhow, this video is to help a gold learn how to flick. You could learn as well if you're plat, I guess. If you're plat, you could also learn this. I'm not sure how many plats know how to flick. When I was in platinum, I don't think really anyone really knew how to flick. I think it was like maybe 1 every 100 plats knew how to flick. I remember I only started to learn how to do a flick when I was in Diamond, and that helped my ground game just get way better. Because then, I mean, dude, flicks are so underrated, especially in like, I mean, it gets to a point obviously when you're playing 2v2 where flicks are no longer really like that good, I guess, when you're like a higher rank. But when you're like low ranks like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, even champ, flicks do just kind of dominate, because nobody can really defend a good flick, and especially in diamond. Like when I learned it and I was using it in diamond, nobody could stop it when I would put on like a genuinely decent flick. And holy crap, like my aerial game is so bad right now. But yeah, we're gonna get into that today. I'm trying to think what else to talk about. I am Champ 3, even though I'm talking like I'm an SSL, I am actually Champ 3, but I do watch a lot of pro play, so that's why I was saying what I was talking about before with even SSLs make mistakes. Yes, believe it or not. Yeah, every rank, every player makes mistakes, first of all. I mean, the most basic flick that I'm going to be teaching you guys that you'll probably just use is just a front flick. It's literally just a front flick like that. Like, if you use this in gold, I genuinely think, like, 9 times out of 10, if you put this on net, you are probably going to score on goal. Like, 9 times out of 10, if you bring the ball in front of the net. I don't know why I'm trolling my front flips, I literally can't do a front flip. Yeah, you're going to score. I guess I was trying to use it with no boost to show what I look like. If you use boost, it's very easy to front flip, obviously. If you use boost, yeah, if you use boost too, you are just going to score on gold. I guess there's one other thing to be said as well, is about like, just because you can do a flick doesn't mean your flicks are good. Like, just because I can do like a front flick doesn't mean that the flick is good. You have to be able to control your power. That's another thing, but that's kind of more advanced. Like, we're just trying to learn how to do a basic flick to begin with. And I mean, most of you learning this probably wouldn't be able to put a lot of power behind your flick to begin with, to really worry about controlling your power a whole lot. But yeah, so the other flick I'm going to show you is the back flip. That's pretty like basic. It's not even really a flick, it's just a flip. This is very useful. It's even useful in high ranks like that I've seen. It's just back flipping when you have the ball in your power, because it's just going to go super high, like way higher than a front flip will. But anyways, yeah, the third and last flick that I want to show you, this is the most useful flick by far, and it is the best flick to learn. I don't expect like golds or platinums to really be able to do it. If you're a diamond, you should be able to learn how to do this pretty easily, I'd say, and it's also very useful. Although it's useful at any ranks. This is it here. It's literally just that. And the reason why this is so much better is just because of how controlled it is. Because you can do a lot with this. You can delay your flick, even though it's a really bad one. Hold on. You can delay your flick like that. You can just send the flick. Look how far I send that ball. You can just send the ball so far. No boost. No boost. There we go. Okay. Well, it wasn't exactly top right, but you get the gist of it. And I'm going to break this up into 2 steps. So in order to, I'm going to show you how I'm going to get the ball in my car. There's 2 different ways to get the ball in the car. There's this way. So you have the ball, it's rolling, the ball's rolling away from you. Or, okay, hypothetically, let's say you have the ball, your opponent isn't near you, you have the ball, you're bringing it back towards your net, and then you just want to turn around. Oh, I kind of trolled, I'm an idiot. And you just want to turn around, and you want to get the ball in your car, and you do this. That's the first method. Also the best, I think, method to get like a clean setup, in my opinion. And then the second method, which, you know, is a lot more realistic, is say you have the ball here, you want to go for a flick, you speed, you boost and you drift into the side of the ball, and then the ball bounces up and you get it on your car. So you kind of do need to like dribble the ball to the side and then go into it. Anyways, I'm going to show you how to do the rest of these. So to start off, I'm going to show the first one. The first one, the ideal setup, is pretty easy. You just need to know how to drift. If you can drift, that's the main thing to practice here, is you get the ball, flip into the ball, make it roll, just doing a normal flip without boosting, make it roll, and then just practice drifting around the ball. Like practice boosting around, drifting, braking, and then driving to the ball like this and popping it up. If you can practice that, that's pretty simple to do. I don't really know, there's not really much more I can tell you about it. You should be able to do that. That's the first step to doing that. And yeah, you should just practice this until you get it. I think Platinums will probably be able to do this first try. Diamonds definitely. Golds, maybe. Probably not. You might have to practice this if you gold. You might need to practice drifting and making sure that you're turning around perfectly like 180 if you're gold. Which is obviously important. You won't be able to do it otherwise. But anyhow, I'm assuming you can do that. And if you can do that, well then you will be able to get a new car, and I'll show you how to do that right now. As you see, I'm driving the ball over, I'm drifting, I'm turning, I have so much space, I'm driving to the ball, and I'm switching to player camera. That's the next step basically, is you want to switch to player camera. This is the best way to control the ball when you have it on top of your car, because if you have ball cam on here, it is very, very much harder to control the ball, and I don't know how to explain that to you really, to be honest. But if you have the ball on player camera, you're going to have a much easier time kind of controlling it and holding on to it, much so than if you have it on ball cam. Because look at that, let's say you accidentally go a little bit too far past the ball with it on your car, you literally can't see anything. You can't see what's in front of you, even though you have the ball on your car. So yeah, that's also part of it, I guess. Another thing about having ball cam on as well, it's very good, is that if you have ball cam on and the ball bounces up a little bit, you won't be able to see the floor as to where the ball is going to bounce with the little white circle. But if you turn off ball cam, hopefully there's no one around you, otherwise why are you doing this? You'll be able to catch the ball just like that. And you'll be able to hold control and drive the ball around. So yeah, that's one of the first 2 methods that I talked about with catching the ball, and pretty much good effect, is this one, obviously, I just showed you. You just drift around, turn around, catch the ball, drive into it, just hold R2. You shouldn't really have to boost into this. You should just be able to switch camera and then just drive into it, and then tap brake maybe a bit. You shouldn't really need a boost. You might need a boost a little bit, but you just do whatever you feel is natural, really. That's kind of, because that's also kind of it. You need to get a feel for it, having the ball in your car, and that kind of just means doing whatever you feel like you need to do. Like if you feel like the ball is about to go off your car, then you need a boost. And you can slow down a little bit, and the ball will slow down as well. If you put your car at the front, like you see this ball was fast, and now it's not. This ball's going really fast, so I'm boosting. Now I'm letting the ball sit at the back of my car, and now it's slow, now it's very nice and slow. So getting comfortable with changing the speed of the ball with the speed of your car, because obviously if you want to slow down your car, you need to slow down the ball first. You need to make sure you prioritize the ball. So we went over the first way of how to get the ball in your car. Now we're going to go over the second way, which is, you just saw me do it there. You drive the ball, and come in on an angle and cut into it with power slide. This is the next kind of way. Literally just drive, cut into it, and you're going to see the ball bounce up like that. Cut into it, see how it bounces. Cut into it, see how it bounces. The best way to practice this is to break it up into an extra step and practice just hitting the ball with power slide. Practice just making bounce dribbles with power slide. If you can dribble the ball to yourself like this, it's going to be very useful, not only just in 1v1, but also in just like general like Rocket League play. I just trolled a little bit because I didn't use power slide and I'm just silly. But yeah, if you can practice using power slide to get like good bounce dribbles and stuff, like you're gonna have a lot easier over time, truthfully. You need to make sure you look at where it's rolling and you cut in there. That's how you're gonna get the bounce. Obviously, if the ball's rolling away from me, I can't really cut into it like this, can I? So it's like you need to get like a good angle of like where the ball's rolling to be able to get like good bounces on it. So that's the start of the second method, is try and learn how to pass the ball to yourself. If you can learn to pass the ball to yourself like this, and just give yourself bounce dribbles like this, it's all about timing really. And try and get like the top left and the top right of your car to hit the ball as well. That's kind of like the main takeaways. There's multiple things you can do when you learn how to bounce dribble as well that I wanted to talk about. Is if you learn how to bounce dribble, it's not just good for learning how to flick. It's also good for like other stuff as well, like just hitting the ball over your opponent. If you can bounce dribble effectively, say someone's challenging me, I could dribble the ball over my opponent. I could go into an air dribble. I could do a lot of different things with a good bounce dribble. You could go into a hook shot as well, which is like this. That's a hook shot. Yeah. Just get like a good bounce dribble and then bang it. You can very much do that. Because if you have the ball rolling normally like this, you can get a good shot going, but you're not going to get any height on your shot, so your shot's going to be very savable. And there's another good thing for gold, I guess, as well. Is if you can power shot in gold, you're not going to be going ones anymore, most likely. You might still be, and it just depends on how good you are, but look at that. If you can do that, like, you are going to be so much better of a player than you were before when you couldn't. Just being able to bounce dribble and just bang a ball, like, that is very important. Make sure you're drifting, tapping boost, switching to play camera, and you should just drive into the ball and you should be able to hold it. You shouldn't really need a boost either when you have the ball in your car. That's another thing. You should not. If you have good car control, you won't need a boost much when you have the ball in your car. Like you might need to tap it every now and then. And like I said before, if you're trying to speed up with the ball, or the ball looks like it's going to roll up your car, yeah, use tap boost, of course. But yeah, you should be able to hold the ball in your car without boosting a lot. And the sweet spot of holding the ball in your car is the windshield. Like the front windshield here, you probably heard it a lot if you watch like Rocket League content. Trying to get the ball in your windshield here is where you're going to have the sweet spot of holding the ball in your car, like I do now. As you can see, I'm literally just holding R2, and the ball's not moving at all. But yeah, basically you always want the ball to be like not moving super fast on top of your car. That's like the best way to generate a lot of power on your flicks. Yeah, I don't really know how I can explain that better than that. But yeah, just try it, you'll get a good feel for it. Anyways, I've told you what to do. I've told you what to do to hold the ball in your car. You get the ball on your windshield. That's pretty much it, really. If you're in gold and you've gotten the ball in your half, your opponent's far away, you come to the halfway point there, and I just trolled my flip because I'm stupid. You come to the halfway point here and you flick with boost. That is most likely going in. Like, I genuinely think like 95% of the time in gold, maybe even 98, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you bring it to your halfway, boost and flip, the defender's probably not gonna save that. Like 9 times out of 10 at least in gold. Controlling your boost is like the most important thing with flicks, generally. Obviously, you have to get the ball in your car, but yeah, controlling the amount of boost you put into your flick is important, especially with like boosting at the right times. Boosting at the right time throughout your flick is very important, and there's not really much way I can explain it. You're just gonna have to get a feel for it, really. That's kind of the method, bro. You kind of just gotta get a good feel for it. If you guys want to follow up to see like how to do more flicks, like musty, breezy, those types of flicks, I could do that, but that's all. Thanks for watching.